Okay, so another video just looking at foot and ankle mobility and stability, and for this we're going to use a soft Pilates ball, and if you've got one a half foam roller, the half foam roller is quite good. It's got a domed side onto the top of it, so it's really good for a bit of balance challenge. If you haven't got a half foam roller and you've got a step at home, bottom step of the stairs, for example, where you can hold on securely, it's a good way of getting a greater range of movement through the foot and ankle if you use that bottom step. But there's a couple more bits that we can do with the half roller if you do have that available. We're going to start with the soft ball, and we're going to work with it between the ankles and having a little bit of space between the floor and the ball. I just feel that that gives you a better sense of connection. I'm going to come round, so I'm going to have my back to you just to start with, and the ball in place. You've got your body about your arm's length away from the wall, but not straining through the arms too much. Hands are going to be in line with the head, and this is to build that strength through the foot and the ankle and the lower leg compartment in as neutral a position as possible. So nicely planted through the feet, the ball is in place. Find that opposition, slowly push down through the balls of the feet to let the heels lift up, and then we slowly lower the heels coming down. So push down to lift the heels and then slowly lower. So like I say, using the ball in place, you could use a slightly smaller ball if you have one. Obviously the feet are going to be a little bit more narrow there. Press down to lift up, and we lower back down. That would be fine, but it's gonna, like I say, help to maintain that alignment. If I come side on, the body, like I say, parallel to the wall, push down to lift the heels, and we slowly lower the heels coming back down. So we're trying to encourage that sense of stretch of the foot, but using the opposition is where we, like I say, build the strength through the foot and ankle into the lower leg compartment, and in that most neutral position, particularly looking at the Achilles going into the calf. If you want to add on, we could lift the heels, send the knees forward, let the heels lower, the legs lengthen. So the heels lift, the knees bend, the heels lower, the legs lengthen. Again, find the opposition, push down to lift up, knees forward, heels lower, legs lengthen. Keep the trunk of the body nice and long, heels lift, knees bend, heels lower, legs lengthen. Reversing that, knees bend first, heels lift, lengthen through the legs and down. Again, knees bend, heels lift, legs lengthen and down. And again, just go slowly, work through the range as it feels right for you. Knees bend, heels lift, legs lengthen and down. One more there, knees bend, heels lift, legs lengthen and down. So coming to our half foam roller, we could stay with the ball in place, or we could work without it, but still really be mindful of that foot and ankle stability. So if you've got the half roller, we're going to have the ball of the foot onto the top of the roller, the feet about a fist distance apart, again the hands on the wall just to give us a little bit of support there. If you're using the bottom step, again, carefully with the balls of the feet on that bottom step, and the heels are just hovering. So we're going to lift the heels once more, going up to where's comfortable for you, and then slowly allow the heels to drop down past the level of the step, top level of the step, and then we slowly come up again. But again, work really slowly, so you're maintaining as if you still have the ball in place, or use the ball if you want to, if you've got it there. That alignment of the foot and the ankle, the lower leg compartment. And obviously if you're coming down off of that half roller or off of the bottom step, it gives us that greater range because we can go past that level, but just make sure that feels okay for you. Lifting up and we lower, coming back down. We could then take it into a little walk of the feet if that feels right for you. So we're just slowly getting that length, a little bit of a pump of the calves as well, maybe. Keep it nice and light. Think of the knees travelling directly forward, keep the eye gaze forward. And then just rest the legs there. If you have got the half foam roller, we can then turn our roller so that it's flat side up. obviously before we were working round side up, and this is going to be a little bit more for range of movement, or back to range of movement, but also a little bit of a balance challenge as well. So make sure you go carefully. Both feet are on, facing the wall still, and we can take it into a little rock of our roller front to back. So encouraging that ankle dorsiflexion and a little bit of plantar flexion as well. See how that feels for you in the body. And then just to challenge the range of movement in a slightly different way, if we come side on to the wall, again, both feet are going to be on the flat side of the roller. And just again, keep the range quite small. We're just going to do a little rock of the roller from side to side. Use the wall for that little bit of support, like I say, for your balance. See how that feels. So it's just to try and encourage a little bit more movement, perhaps through the foot itself rather than just into the ankle. Switch the feet. So just make sure you've worked both ways with one foot forward, other foot back. Again, little rock of the roller. Might be a preference as to which side you work on, which foot's forward, so make sure you do both sides. And then from there, if you want a further balance challenge, then just again on the flat side of the roller, we can come to that single leg position, either using the wall for a little bit of support, or without, and just we can play with that a little bit. We can do a little rock of the roller, but don't go too far, and that's really going to build that strength again, foot and ankle, lower leg compartment coming all the way up through the leg. And just see how you go with that balance challenge. And again, obviously working both sides there, other foot on, and it might be really quite different one side to the other. There might be a bit more instability, you might need to hold on one leg rather than the other leg, but really good for building that strength and also that adaptability as well there. So see how you go with those little challenges. Just do what you can, work within the ranges that it feels comfortable for you. Don't challenge your balance too much if you feel that it's already a little bit of a problem. Just go carefully with it, and I hope those exercises will be of benefit to you.